Alright, Banter members, it is Monday morning and I've just secured on-street parking a block and a half from the White House, and so we're going to head over there for our daily briefing. See you there. Oh, shit. Alright, so as usual, this is Pebble Beach. There's the West Wing. We're heading on in. So, doesn't look like anything's happening out here. See you inside. Okay. Looks like we got some lunch here.
Tommy.
Thanks, Josh. I have three quick questions. First of all, I wanted to ask you about some comments that Senator John McCain made this morning on Morning Joe. He said he was talking about ISIS, and he said he'd spoken to the leader of a Middle Eastern country last week.
And a quote.
No, I do. That's what I want. This is behind the scenes, so just tell us.
It's always good to get a good question into Josh Earnest.
Isn't it?
I believe he is straightforward, he's honest, and sometimes he doesn't know, he'll say it. And I appreciate that. He doesn't kind of try to go around the bend, and he's a straightforward guy. And I think he's muchly appreciated by the press corps, don't you think?
Yeah, I would say so.
Tell the folks how to find you, JC.
At JCBUA. That's my tweet address.
All right. Today's a banner day for Friends of Tommy Christopher. I got a question. You got a question. Fred got a question. It's a new day.
And it stopped snowing, and it stopped, no more ice.
And Tommy got mentioned by Ed Henry.
I did. I got a shout out from Ed. It was awesome. I love that. I love him. He's like, are you sure you didn't just say you wanted a nuclear arms race?
Well done. Yeah. And the sun is out, Tommy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, JC. Okay, we are leaving the White House now, and I'm going to head over. My friend Caleb is in town for one more day, so we're going to grab some lunch, and then I got a couple more stories to write. It's a good day today so far. Got a couple questions in, and actually I got 3 questions in. So we're going to be doing the Hartman show again tonight, so maybe we will take you along there. And this here's Pebble Beach once again. So here's something I might not have shown you before. Actually, probably a bad idea for me to try and show it to you now, but because I'm carrying my tea with that uncovered cup of cream. But when you leave the White House, what you gotta do is you take your press pass, and but this is for people like me who don't have a hard pass, and you gotta wave it over this pad here, and then drop it in the slot. Except it never wants to go in. Whole chain. And then they let you out. And try not to spill this all over myself. Now they're not letting me out. They're gonna keep me. It's not opening, dude. Yeah, I put it in. All right. So now I'm out. So here's a little known fact. Those passes something like 25% of them don't come back. I mean, it's not a big deal because they're not, you know, they're no good unless they get like scanned in for the day. So like if I kept that in my pocket and I came back tomorrow and tried to use it, it wouldn't work. But so I mean, people either forget to put them in the slot. I'm sure some people keep them as souvenirs. It's funny because like on some days when things are really busy around here, you end up getting these really weird, busted-looking passes with weird collars on them that are all old and shit because they're out of the good ones. So, interesting tidbit. I don't know how interesting it is, but it's a tidbit anyway. All right, so we'll talk to you later. All right, so now here we are at the Applebee's in, I guess, Alexandria. My buddy Caleb is in town for an extra day, so we're gonna have some lunch and get some work done. So then we're gonna go see Hartman. Okay, sorry, I forgot to take video from the last couple hours, but here I am now at the RT America building, and we are gonna go to the Tom Hartman Studios again. So I'm not sure how much of this I'm gonna be able to get because the Ruskies are watching out for me, but we'll see. Good morning, friends. It is Tuesday morning, and I'm headed over to the White House. There it is right there. And today we have a White House briefing and possibly an event in the East Room. The schedule's a little tight. The briefing's at 2 o'clock and the event is at 3. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get over there for that, but we'll see what happens. So it is a gross rainy day here. You see all the last remnants of the snow melting away just in time. I think we're gonna get more snow tonight. So that should be a fun drive home. There's the West Wing and our intrepid Marine Guard, and the briefing room right over there. So we'll see what's up. Maybe we'll have something fun for you. Members only. You know, I'm ready for the daily banter now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. So
That's great. No, I heard that.
this is Paul Brandis, legendary proprietor of the West Wing Report, and we haven't seen each other in quite a while, have we, Paul?
Who are you again?
I'm gonna guess Justin.
So how's it going? So you're working on a book, huh?
Well, I'm finished
Is that
with it.
secret? Oh,
No,
right.
it's finished. It's a White House history book called Under This Roof.
Okay.
History of presidents and famous stories that have taken place in some of the rooms. Some of the stories people might not be familiar with, so it's kind of untold or lesser told stories, famous stories.
What's your Twitter handle again for the folks?
West Wing Reports
At West Wing Reports.
with an S.
So yeah, what's your, you know, if they don't catch up to the book, they can see a lot of that history stuff every day on your Twitter feed too.
Absolutely.
And how's the tour going? You still doing the tour?
Still doing the tours, get heating up again for the spring. Booked a couple of those today. In fact, since it's hard to take the White House tour. You just can't
Yeah,
get
it's really
in.
hard.
I think the only way people can do it is if you do it through your congressman. It takes about 6-7 weeks to arrange. So what I do is I meet people out on the sidewalk, and we just literally walk up and down the sidewalk, and I talk about the history of the building and room by room. This is what happened here, and so forth. So it's
The next best thing.
Well,
Well, probably better in a way.
Next best thing. It's stories and.
But you've got stories that
colors
their tour guide won't have, so.
and- Absolutely. Well, and that's not even a tour guide.
Yeah.
When you take the real tour, you just
Oh, really?
walk around.
Oh, well, so it's not like in the movies, huh?
Nope.
You know, I've never taken the
No,
tour.
not like in the movies. Yeah.
So, for the book, did they give you any access here? Did they help you out?
Well, it's a history book, so it's a lot of past stuff, but not too much.
Get some pictures and stuff?
Access is tough here.
Yeah, it is. That's for sure. All right, well, thanks for talking to us, Paul. And hey, Fred. Say hi to the people. It's Fred Lucas and the Blaze. Yeah. There's JC Boer.
Oh, sorry.
Say hi, JC. This will also be on Monday.
I was just talking to my colleague here,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Consummate professional.
You well, I do.
Is that your mic
Rebecca Winthrop. I'm the director of the Center for Universal Education at the Brookings Institution, and I'm incredibly pleased to be part of this initiative. And more importantly, I'm so happy that President Obama and the First Lady have taken up the issue of girls' education globally. This is an incredibly important issue, and their strategy of mobilizing communities around the world in some of the hardest to reach places is exactly the right strategy that we need.
Minute dispense a response to what Benjamin Netanyahu had to say. I can tell you that in talking with senior administration officials before the president had a chance to make his response, they believe there was nothing new here. We have heard that obviously they take great exception to the fact that there was anything.
It's the top story of Mediaite.
Can you send me the link?
Yeah, yeah.
The tweet?
It's a it's a link. Do you want me to tweet it at you or email it to you?
So you guys can see verification, which the president
Tweet me whatever that is.
specifically saying that is something very
And I'll just pull
clearly
it up.
that would be an
Central concern should be both for the United States and for Israel. I've said since before I became president, one of my primary goals in foreign policy was preventing Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. And with the help of Congress and our international partners, we constructed an extraordinarily effective sanctions regime that pressured Iran to come to the table to negotiate in a serious fashion. They have now been negotiating over the last year, and during that period, Iran has, in fact, does not have some sense that sanctions will be removed. It will not have an interest in avoiding the path that it's currently on. So the bottom line is this. We don't yet have a deal. It may be that Iran cannot say yes to a good deal. I have repeatedly said that I would rather have no deal than a bad deal. But if we're successful in negotiating, then in fact this will be the best deal possible to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. Nothing else comes close. Sanctions won't do it. Even military action would not be as successful as the deal that we have put forward. And I think it is very important not to be distracted by the nature of the Iranian regime's ambitions when it comes to territory or terrorism, all issues which we share concern with Israel.
This out. They are trying to walk back ever so slightly what Susan Rice said last week when she was attacking much more harshly and suggesting that hacking is the issue as deal with it, while also trying to say let's work together because he's walking a fine line here by attacking key U.S. allies.
There are a couple of key things here. One, he doesn't think there's anything new, but what's the alternative?
Basically, but I find it fascinating there are other Democrats, senior Democrats, who told AIPAC last night he's not going to be intimidated by anyone, even political friends, meaning the President of the United States, in terms of pushing.
Good afternoon, everybody. You all just had an opportunity to hear from the President about his reaction to the speech from Prime Minister Netanyahu.
It's our A Wrangle, but yes.
A Wrangle? Okay. A Wrangle. Okay. Who?
And if you just email me.
That's awesome.
EOP?
Executive Office of the President.
Okay.
But yes.
And as someone who played ball for 12 years, and in the last year I played organized Colt League, I was transferred from short to catcher. I thought, wow, he did it too. Now, of course, probably just slightly better than I did, but that's a secondary story.
All right, so that was interesting. I'm headed out now. It's Tuesday night, and I'm going to head home now. I'd hoped to get a little more footage for you than I did, but we didn't go to the East Room thing because the briefing ran long. And I didn't have much else to show you. But we'll be back next week, hopefully with some more. This week's takeaways. Well, apparently, if I forget to shave, that becomes a story in the Daily Caller. I'm not even kidding you. So, It's raining now in Gross, and I've got 3.5 hours to drive, so I will talk to you guys next week.